This video is sponsored by Lightning Bugs, bud.
Hey there, y'all. CountryGirl332 coming at you once again. Today, we're going to be doing the 2026 Clash of Champions predictions, bud. Alright, the pay-per-view is going to be on the 27th, Saturday at like 1 p.m. because it's in Saudi Arabia. So it's going to be super early and shit, but it is what it is. Anyway. Gotta move my chair up. Anyway, in no particular order, I guess. Because, like, when I write this shit down, I just, like, go down to the bottom of the screen and shit. And then, like, just kind of write it down from bottom to top. So, anyway, first match is Trick Williams, the United States Champion, versus Ricky Saints for the United States Championship. Trick Williams defending, obviously. I think Trick Williams, he's going to keep his title. He's been doing pretty good with it, honestly. He has some good defenses against Carmelo. And he also had a successful defense against Ricky Saints, obviously. So, I mean, I think Trick Williams, he's got Ricky Saints' number. So he's going to whoop that Trick, bud. He's going to whoop that Trick hard all the way. Night of Champions, he got that shit in the bag. Sami Zayn, he took that shit off of him too, that fucking bum. I don't even know how that dude got his way into a card on this match anyway. But let's get into the next one. Alright, next up we got the Women's United States Championship match. You got Tiffany Stratton, who's the Women's United States Championship bud, versus Jade Cargill. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the first time they fought for a championship, the United States Championship, I think it was, Jade Cargill, like, smashed the shit out of her. But I don't know. I think Tiffany Stratton, I think she's gonna be able to retain this time. You know, I think they're kind of gonna try and do some, like, long-term storytelling shit. You know, where it's like, oh, you know, Tiffany Stratton, she's been wrestling, she's been, you know, training and shit. She got a little bit better. You know, I don't think it's going to be, like, a clean win, per se. I think maybe, like, she's going to, like, you know, maybe, like, do, like, a roll-up pin or something. Or maybe, like, B-Fab will get, like, involved, and they'll accidentally cost Jade the match. But honestly, like, I don't know. I think they're going to, like, have Jade move on to something better anyways. Like, maybe she'll win the Money in the Bank, and then she'll cash in on Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam. But yeah, I think Tiffany Stratton, she's gonna retain here. But I definitely think there's gonna be like bigger things for Jade Cargill in the future. So all in all, it'll work out pretty good. And then next up, we got Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. They're about to do it in the steel cage match, bud. Ain't nowhere to go in this type of match. Shit, I ain't gonna lie though. The Vision, they've been kind of on like a fucking like losing streak or like a bad luck streak. You know, you got Logan Paul fucking it up last night on Monday Night Raw for them. Couldn't even throw the brass knuckles in, but that just serves him right, bud. What a loser. You know, Paul Heyman, he got speared to the barricade, so they don't even have the freaking wise man to help them out. Vision's blind right now, honestly. Impaired vision, more like it. That's what they said last night, and I believe it, honestly. They can't do shit. They lost their tag titles. So, you know, I'm sure that's going to be, like, weighing on Braun Breaker going to this match. Especially because Seth Rollins is the one who caused it. You know, knocked a dude's ass out with the brass knuckles, bud. That was pretty sweet. So, who knows, you know? Actually, I think, I don't know. Is Braun Breaker going in with that weight in his body? I think, you know what? I think Braun's probably going to get it. I think he's probably going to get the win. I know, like, I don't know. Seth Rollins, he got, like, a vengeance with him right now. But, you know, I think Braun Breaker, I think he's going to pick the win up. It's a steel cage, and, like, he's, like, going to be, like, a caged animal in there, so he's probably going to do, like, super crazy and shit. I mean, Seth Rollins, he can do, like, the flips and stuff, and, like, he can do a curb stomp, but I don't know. I think I think Braun Breaker, he's going to be a little too crazy in there. Then again, it might be a little too crazy for his own good, but I think he'll win. Alright, next up we got, I ain't gonna lie, when I wrote this down, for some reason I forgot, like, it was for the tournament thing, so I thought it was the championship match, but it's not. But anyway, we got the Queen of the Ring final, Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. I ain't gonna lie, Liv Morgan, she's been on like a hot streak lately. You know, she's been advancing to this tournament and shit. And they're kind of trying to do like this story. It seems to be like, you know, where like everything in the Judgment Day, like all the wins and shit's kind of being about her. And it seems like, you know, Roxanne and Big Sexy are kind of getting like a little bit jealous here. You know? So I ain't gonna lie, previously I thought like Io Sky was gonna win, and I ain't gonna lie, I kind of would like to see her win, but I think I want to change my answer on this one. Now I'm starting to think that maybe like they'll have Liv Morgan win. You know, they're gonna try and push, like, I think like she's gonna be the next one that they push out of the Judgment Day. I think they're gonna be like, you know, you've been kind of like, you know, you got us to push Finn Balor out, and you got us to push Damian Priest out because, you know, you're telling us like, oh, they're making it all about them, they're trying to be the leader, but now like you're trying to like make it all about yourself, and you're kind of like acting like the leader and telling us what to do now. So I think kind of like the Judgment Day, they're gonna push her out eventually because she's gonna win, I think now, and then like, you know, she's gonna be like all bragging about it and shit, and like they're like, oh yeah, but like what about us, you know, you're gonna like help us do our stuff. And then she might like say she will, then probably won't, and then they'll like push her out. But like, yeah, I think I'm now changing my answer. I think Liv Morgan's gonna win. Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I did skip one on my list, so I gotta go back one more. We also got the men's King of the Ring final. Obafemi versus Jey Uso. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like the ending of this one's gonna be kind of controversial for a lot of people because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. As much as I'd love to see Obafemi win this and just do like a squash type thing, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think that's gonna happen. I definitely think Jey Uso is gonna win. The only thing I don't know or I'm like trying to figure out or like think about is like how they're gonna do it, because obviously he's not gonna go over cleanly. You know, it's not gonna be a clean pin. I think somebody's gonna get involved. Now, whether that be Brock Lesnar or the Bloodline or even My Family Tree, that's what I'm trying to figure out. It could be one of them. They could do a scenario where it's like all three of them get involved maybe somehow. I think that'd be too much though if they did all three. But I could definitely see Brock Lesnar trying to cost Oba the match, trying to goad him into a, you know, the third match down the line. I don't know. Either that or My Family Tree, because, you know, Solo, he told Jacob Fatu, he's like, listen here, bud. You want to mess with my family? I'm going to mess with your family, bud. And then he fucking showed up and spiked the dude. He's like, right up on his ass. Right up on his shit, you know? He fell off the turnbuckle and died, bud. It's crazy. Should have been there. But, yeah, I do think Jey Uso is going to win. And honestly, I do think he's probably going to go on to take the belt off Cody. Now, my opinion on that could change as time moves down, but as of right now, I do think that's kind of like what they have in their plans. Either that or like maybe like he could lose to Cody and maybe they'll have Jacob Fatu. You know, Roman will be like, oh, since you couldn't get the job done, Jey Uso, we're gonna send in the werewolf, bud, and then they'll have him win the title. Maybe he like wins Money in the Bank or something. That'd be pretty sweet. I'd rather see him. That'd be pretty cool to see him as the WWE champion. You know, like, oh, you don't want to be in the family. But see, now that you're in it, I got you the sweet-ass title, bud. And now you got the shoes, bud. You know? And the belt, bud. To match the shoes. But yeah, Jey Uso is probably going to win it. But expect some outside interference for sure, bud. That's for sure. Alright, y'all. I think I got everything. Let me check my list. Boom, boom. Hell yeah, bud. Alright. Last but not least, we got a triple threat match between Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, the fucking bum, and Gunther, my homie. Hell yeah, bud. Ooh, I don't know. I think I don't think Cody Rhodes is gonna lose, unfortunately. I mean, I do like Cody Rhodes, but I would kind of like to see somebody else with the title for once, for a little bit. You know, I feel like they're kind of like making it all about him, maybe a little too much. But he is pretty cool, though. He's got like the Cody cut. That's a pretty sweet move, I'm not gonna lie. You know, and hopefully they'll turn him into a bad guy down the line. You know, maybe do like, make it like the little Homelander ad, dude, you know. That'd be pretty funny, bud. Sami Zayn weaseled his little fucking punk ass into this match. I don't even know. I hope he doesn't win, bud. I mean, honestly, I thought about this shit, and I'm like, oh, can you imagine if he, like, fucking weasels a win out of this shit? Like, you know, maybe, like, Cody Rhodes as his finisher on Gunther, and he pushes Cody out of the ring and pins him or something. Bro, I hope Gunther puts his ass to sleep, honestly. If anybody outside of Cody Rhodes wins this match, I want it to be Gunther. I want him to fucking put them both to sleep at the same time, bud. Do a super sleeper. Choke their asses out, bud. Or maybe just choke out Sami Zayn. Or throw him outside of the ring. My boy Gunther, he's got to get this match. But, you know, I think Cody Rhodes is going to retain. I think he's going to keep it up until SummerSlam. You know, maybe someone's going to cash in on him. Or, you know what, maybe like, what if Sami Zayn, or maybe like Sami Zayn can win, and then Gunther can win the Money in the Bank and fucking cash in and choke his ass out. Like, you know, maybe Sami Zayn wins. He's like, oh yeah, look at me. See, I told you I was the last real good guy around here, bud. And then months later, Gunther comes out with the damn briefcase, fucking smacks him in the head with it, cashes it in, chokes him out. Well, chokes him out even more, because he's probably already out, but, yeah. But I think Cody Rhodes is gonna. I think he's gonna keep his title here, bud. I think he's gonna retain. Anyway, those are my predictions. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, whatever. I don't give a damn, bud. Peace out, y'all.